Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are going to a live coverage and broadcasting of the Bahrain Forum that is titled Connecting East with the West, with the attendance of Bahraini King and Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, also Pope of the Vatican.
التوفيق والنجاح. كما أنقل إليكم تحيات صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير سلمان بن حمد آل خليفة ولي العهد رئيس الوزراء حفظه الله. ونرحب في هذه المناسبة الطيبة بمشاركة فضيلة الإمام الأكبر الأستاذ الدكتور أحمد الطيب شيخ الأزهر الشريف رئيس مجلس حكماء المسلمين وقداسة
and His Holiness Pope Francis, head of the Catholic Church. We do appreciate all of the efforts of the Vatican and the Council of Elders in participating in the organization of this very big forum. We're asking Allah to hold our hands in order to contribute to serve all of the humanity through such dialogue that establish the coexistence and culture of coexistence and foundation of coexistence all around the world. And that makes us adopt a real message as people, as NGOs, and as governments. Bahrain has great geographical location and strategic hub location too, as it has been through the eras a major dialogue hub and vital hub of the different trade lines, which makes its people able to deal with the different doctrines, beliefs, and cultures and civilizations. Our country enjoys a great diversity, a distinguished one that provides its development and civilization. As it lived peacefully on its land, many different religions and doctrines and ethnicities. In this good land, they found a spirit full of life and full of amicability and love. And it formed different pictures of coexistence that is for sustainable reasons. And this is why our civilization is a main witness of this very bright image, where the mosque is next to the orphanage and the church and the worship house. And each and every person or community practice their own teachings of religions and freedom and fidelity. Consequently, the value of coexistence was rooted as any Bahraini value and a main pillar for the international and regional and national work and social work. Bahrain civilization and its history of humanity are main pillars of coexistence. It's very important to note that there are two main factors that support coexistence and its sustainability in our communities. One, the respect of the privacy, whether religious or doctrine privacies, as this respect makes all of the countries accommodating the diversification. It makes also pluralism a civilization aspect of civilization. And this is why our country was so keen to promote coexistence since a long time. The National Work Convention and our Constitution and our laws ensure this privacy. And we confirm that our country made all of its legislation and laws in line with this diversity. In all of the civil status cases or family cases where each person is sent to courts based on his religion. Bahrain wanted to have the law in line with the conscience, and this is why people wouldn't feel turbulated and won't feel that there is a conflict between them and their laws. And the second aspect is the religious freedom, as Bahrain enjoys freedoms of wide aspects that goes beyond Bahrain as we support all of the freedoms internationally. We also ensure and support and establish all of the freedoms as a main civilization factor of our country and its people. Bahrain is a role model in the international world in this regard. Bahrain ranks the first rank internationally as the number of mosques and churches and worship houses if it's measured based on the number of population and area, as everyone practices their own teachings in a frame of constructive coexistence, our distinguished guests. With the 21st century, Bahrain was meeting with the history with its very good governance by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the King of the Kingdom of Bahrain. May Allah bless him and maintain him. In his era, we have launched a comprehensive development project based on our values and establishment foundations and traditions and customs. He has formulated it with his own vision and with his strong and cohesive pillars. Bahrain, under the King's message, sent all of the pluralism message all over the world, hand in hand with all of the international efforts in this regard, because we believe internally that this message is the most important in order to have all of the goodness all over the world. His Majesty launched different initiatives that are high and supreme in this regard, in which the most important is King Hamad Center for International Coexistence and King Hamad Dialogue Forum, and with Sabiza's University and initiative, and signing the convention in the USA and launching King Hamad Interfaith Center and the coexistence in Los Angeles. In addition to calling the Grand Imam of Azhar and the Vatican, His Holiness Pope Francis, the Vatican's head of state. Also, the Higher Council for Islamic Affairs is one of our most important centers that is working or concerned with the coexistence and reapproachment of different doctrines and religions, and to unify Muslims and to maintain our values of Islam and peacefulness, and to establish the real Islam and its modernity, and its working to continue the dialogue between Islam and the different religions, revealed religions, and all of the civilizations of the world. My dear sisters and brothers, Bahrain have carried on its shoulders with its governance the message of coexistence and peace, with keenness to be or to have our country as a beacon to emit such values, and an international center that is proactive for the good quality initiatives in this regard, because we believe that those are the human supreme values and they contribute to the goodness of the whole world and its security and its development. Bahrain Kingdom will stay with its governance of His Majesty, a country of fidelity to this message, a country that is pioneering, that is giving, and all of the history will witness that, because we have goodwill, and in order to support a country that is more peace and more secured. We are very pleased to announce that His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, may Allah bless him, established King Hamad International Award for peaceful coexistence and dialogue, to reaffirm the importance of dialogue and the mutual collaboration between countries, and in order to support all of the goodwills and peace efforts and the reapproachment of people without any discrimination, which all of our religions called for and all of our international laws and internal laws confirmed in order to develop humanity. So on behalf of myself, on behalf of all of the participants here, I would love to thank His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the King of the Kingdom of Bahrain, for this good initiative, of which will support all of the values of goodness and international coexistence in order to maintain all of the love and peace in the world. At the end, I would love to call you all in this good day to work all together hand in hand in order to support all of the values of goodness and peace, and to encounter any intimidation or hatred speech. Let's be one hand to spread out all of the goodness. And as stated by our ethics and values, we're asking Allah to have the peace and security all over the world, because He is the one who responds to our prayers. And thank you, Allah, and peace be upon you and the blessings of Allah.
We would like to extend our thanks to His Highness Sheikh Abdurrahman bin Muhammad Al Khalifa, the head of the Higher Council of Islamic Affairs, for his opening words. And now we would like to give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Rustam Minikhanov, the President of Tatarstan.
Хочу поблагодарить глубоко уважаемого короля Бахрейна, его величество Хаммада бен Ису Аль-Халифу, и организаторов гостеприимства и радушия. Поприветствовать вас от имени жителей Республики Татарстан, одного из ведущих регионов Российской Федерации. Для меня, как Россия, исламский мир, большая честь тема который в настоящее время переживает непростой период. Сегодняшняя картина межрелигиозных отношений в мире сложная и неоднозначная, насыщенная противоречивыми тенденциями и факторами. Отрадно, что в присутствии столь высоких гостей есть возможность выслушать ценные мнения о формах и способах сосуществования людей различных культур и конфессий. Вопрос обеспечения социального согласия, безопасности личности в условиях полиэтнического общества актуальны и для многоконфессиональной и многонациональной Российской Федерации. Буду рад поделиться опытом нашей страны на примере Республики Татарстан, где на протяжении многих веков гармонично живут в мире и согласии мусульмане и христиане. Современный Татарстан – это один из ведущих промышленно развитых, научно-образовательных и инновационных регионов Российской Федерации с большим экономическим и культурным потенциалом. Татарстанская модель гармоничного совместного проживания и взаимодействия народов и религий транслируется сегодня как образец разумного, цивилизованного подхода в вопросах национальной безопасности и стратегии дальнейшего развития Российской Федерации. Исторически сложилось, что Татарстан стал родным домом для многих народов и религий. Сегодня на территории республики в духе добрососедства проживают представители более 170 национальностей. Историко-культурный контент Татарстана сложился благодаря...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was the live broadcasting of the forum of the Bahrain Forum of Interfaith Forum for dialogue between the East and the West that kicked off today. The forum is attended by Bahraini King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and Grand Imam of Al Azhar, Sheikh Ahmed Al Tayyib, and also it is attended by Pope of the Vatican, Pope Benedict, and also the speakers that started the inauguration session were Abdurrahman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the head of the Islamic Center and Council, and also we have just watched the President of Tatarstan speech. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a short break and we are going to be back with you.